Hello, 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 hello. It is 2019 and I'm excited about 2019. And thank you for joining me today. I wanted to take a few minutes just to share with you something that I think you need in 2019. And what that is a superhero list. I used to call my superhero list a goals list, but that didn't feel motivating enough for me. And then one day I was watching Superman, and when I was watching it, he had just finished capturing a lady fallen from some type of building or something. And after he does this, he flies to the highest building in town, right? And he's standing there, his cape is flapping, his chest is sticking out a little bit more. You could tell that he had a whole bunch of confidence. You could tell that he was ready to go take on the next heroic moment. Then the camera captures the people at the bottom of the building, and they're cheering him on, they're energetic, they're excited for him. And then it shows a shot of the news, and the news is telling his story. They're showing him at the top of the building at the right angle. He's standing there with his hands on his hips, just looking real heroic. And I begin to think, that's what I need. I need a superhero list. I need a list of things that's going to give me that same feeling, that same sense of confidence, that same cape flapping in the wind moment. That's what I need. And so I started calling my goals list my superhero list. And I think a superhero list can do the same thing for you in 2019. Now, who is the superhero list for? I think it's for a couple of people. It may be for that person that's scratching their head and not really knowing where they're headed in life. Just taking a moment to create this list of things that you feel like, if I accomplish these things, it's going to create confidence in me. It's going to help me tell a greater story. Like, I believe this list is for you. Here's another person that this list is for. It's for those people who already write goals lists and want to change up how they approach it, or just changing the name sometimes does wonders for you. So those are a couple of people who I think it's for. Now, why should you have a superhero list? Because you want to live out a greater story. You want to be happier. I feel like people who have a superhero list will be happier. Here's the third reason: because your superhero list will allow you to live out a story that begins to have a positive impact on others. Here's the thing: those people at the bottom of the building, now they want it to be heroic. And in the movie, you begin to see other people try to do what Superman was doing. And so when you have your own superhero list and you begin to live out that story and begin to accomplish things, other people are going to want to come and join in with you and create this same type of momentum and this same story for their life. Now, here's a couple of examples of things that would be on your superhero list. One would be something that you complete. Like, I want to run 8 5Ks in the next 12 months. You can check that off and you're done with it. You like, man, I did it. I accomplished that. Or you could have on your superhero list something that's ongoing. You say, hey, I want to live a healthier life. So that's ongoing. That's something that's ongoing. And I think those are a couple of different ways you can list things on your superhero list. Something that can be completed. Like, for example, again, I want to run 8 5Ks in the next 12 months. Or something that's ongoing. I want to live a healthier life, because if I live a healthier life and I'm doing the right things, eating healthy, running, I'm going to have this confidence about myself, this swagger, you know what I'm saying? And so those are a couple of things that you can have on your superhero list. Now, know this: you can start a superhero list at any moment, at any time. I'm just saying, since it's the beginning of the year, you can go ahead and start it now. Let's do one for 2019. But your superhero list can be, I know a friend who does a superhero list just for the day. You could have a superhero list for 3 months, like over the next 3 months, this is my superhero list. 6 months. You can do it however you want. I'm looking at my notes here. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is community. I want to create a community of people who have superhero lists. So I started a Facebook page today called Hetty Coleman. And so I would like for you to go like that page and then send me a message and say, hey, I want to be a part of the group that you're starting for the superhero list for 2019. In this group, what I think can happen is we can keep each other motivated, encourage one another. We can also share ideas with one another to help someone achieve what's on their superhero list. Like, give some pointers on some things that they may need to be consistent in to achieve that. What are some different ways that they can approach it? So that Facebook group is something that I'm super excited about. I'm hoping to get 10 to 15 people to be a part of this group for 2019. So again, if you're saying, hey, I'm going to start me a superhero list, go and like my page, send me a message so I can add you to the group. I'm going to have my superhero list in there, and I'm going to be a part of that. And so I want other people to join in with me. I just believe in community. I believe when we all come together, you encourage one another, keep each other motivated, share tips, share ideas. I just think we win. I have a hashtag community wins that I'm always using because I believe in it so much. What else would be cool is if you own a small business and you want everyone on your team to have a superhero list, I can come out and help you do that. Or let's say that you live in a city or town and you want to see other people in your town or city have a superhero list. Invite me out. Go like my page. Send me a message. Or if you work in a co-working space, or if you lead, or if you manage a co-working space, go like my page. Send me a message. What if everyone in your co-working space had a superhero list? Or if you're in a small group in a church and you want your small group to have it. And so then when you're bumping into people around town, or you bumping into people at church, or bumping into people in your co-working space, or your team is bumping into each other at work, and y'all be like, so how are you doing on your superhero list? Have you changed something in or out on your superhero list? Because you can do that as well. Like, your superhero list can be fluent, you know, it can always be changing. But what if, just what if you had other people in your town or at your job or in your co-working space who had superhero lists and y'all were doing this together? So again, those next steps are go like my page. And if you want to be a part of the Facebook group, send me a message and let me know that. Or if you want to have me out, go like my page, send me a message, and you want to help me come sit down with you and your team or your town, your community, your co-working space, your small group, and we just do a superhero. I have a fun way that I do this as a workshop type setting kind of thing. I would love to have the opportunity, if I can get it out. I would love to have the opportunity to do that. Or you could do both. You want to join the group, but you also have a team that you want me to come work with. Like my page, send me a message. Let's make this happen. So 2019 is going to be fabulous for you, and I'm excited for you to be living out a greater story. Now, another thing that I want to see you do in 2019 is share your story with other people. The story that you're getting the opportunity to live out, share it with other people. Here are two things that I believe happens when we share stories. People learn from them, and people are inspired by them. So go share your story. And as always, go win. Yeah, I gotta stop the video. I use my phone to do this, just if you were wondering. That's the reason. I got notes here, phone here, and I'm gonna stop this video now. See ya.